I'm here at Leff's Lucky Town, and I didn't get the spot that I wanted over there because you know they can't find their ashtrays. But I'm gonna hash the ashes into this little container. Hello, Birdie. I'm making a vlog. So, you know, things have been going pretty good. Um, I got a whole bunch of projects going on. Started, but some of them, a lot of the stuff, we don't need to talk about the stuff that stopped. You know, I'm just working on what I can work on. Father time, Um, and I've been getting, some cool stuff in architecture. You know, sometimes doing some drawings. The thing is that, when you're going to be, a builder, you always want more, you know, structural engineering. But it's basically just mechanical engineering. So everything there is to know about architecture, except for maybe stress strain plastics. How this is happening at an atomic level. If you want to get into something interesting, start creating new building materials. But then again, the principles are going to be the same. One thing that I was thinking about was, you know, how to actually decorate a building. I can talk about this because I actually haven't gotten into it yet. That I feel there's some really cool. There's this masonry program. I forget what it's called. You can design masonry columns. Using software. You send that to a manufacturer. And my idea was, to make this, all, animal stuff. So you'd actually cut, a a I don't know. You'd flute the column. You decorate the column. Like a lion. But the whole thing, the point of the program is these decorative columns would actually be, structurally engineered. There's some really cool stuff. I have a book. I have all these obscure things on, structural engineering. That's what I've been collecting. So, you know, um it's really cool, but I've actually maxed out. All my questions are answered, and you can really answer all the questions, from what you see. It's a very rudimentary science. Um, it's it's not particle physics, and to be honest, the physics is getting really cool, and there's a bunch of stuff that's coming out in the news. It wasn't that recent, but a while ago, like, there was a flood of physics. And this is all very useful stuff because this is not like just obscure science. and it really works into what I'm doing, which is, talking about identity, and you'll hear about that. Um, you know, Coming up with some paradigms in nanoscience and quantum mechanics, that I haven't checked yet. I'm just unrolling, the paradigms before I get into it. That's why I haven't done a building. I'm still in the developmental stages. You know, I don't think you ever stop growing, in the career that you choose. But you can get to a point where, you know, um, you can function, at a high level. And, at that point, you go from being, idealistic to, being practical. And, so Montegos, super cheap. Maverick Reds are better. I've decided that Maverick Reds are the best cigarette. But we're gonna have to get, the ghostwriting from 2006 back, in STEM, because there's supposedly a case study on on mood, and actually how that affects uh excuse me, like body healing and immuno responses. That your immune system, the more you want to live, the better your immune system will fight. And there's actually a line between physics. This is I'm actually opening a bag here. And you can get books on this. Um, that this is where the intersection between physics and biology, is stochastic mechanics, and that actually opens the bag of the physics. That it's actually under your control based on mood. I've heard a rumor. Well, I don't. Well, this is a diagnostic tool. I've used it on myself. Does it work? Does it not work? I don't know. There's a rumor that Mossbauer did work on this. Rudolf Mossbauer, the physicist, on using drinking water. If you have knowledge of medicine, let's say you cut your finger, and it has certain symptoms because it's infected, but it's not clear whether it's you know E. coli in there. I don't know if E. coli would get in a cut, or staph. Obviously these things would look very different even if E. coli can infect a cut. um but um that if you drink a cup of water, because we're actually bacteria, we're actually inside out cells. Remember that cells need water. That's a constant. um that you are actually growing, and this is the thing about the inverse reciprocal. I guess I've just opened the whole bag, but it's on my physics. I didn't want to reveal, but I wanted this to all be a big reveal, but gonna have to cut this video short after this cigarette. But um and then some stuff in art, some like big paradigms. And you know fun fact, the word Aetna, Aetna, that meant the long end of an ant, like that, on bugs. that word was actually lost. That used to mean that. You can't find it. You might find it in an old dictionary. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually, this is the reveal, before the reveal, which is that, I had big plans to move to Los Angeles. I'm just staying in Milwaukee. That's what I want to do. And everything, the ironic thing is what drew me here was not the work. Um and it's not what kept me here. But it works out better than Los Angeles. Excuse me. Um, 'Cause I'm living out of you halls that scream that we're glad to have you back. God's not here at the moment.